Hello everybody out there in the internet, welcome to Aimless Babbles, episode 389. I'm Chris Adamson, Tekken Master, joined by...
RPG Maniac 05.
And Trioptical.
So yeah, this week we've got some Whatcha been playing, some RRR, and the news. So yeah, Whatcha been playing... I don't think I played much of, Radiant Historia, like, at all, so... I still need to work on that. I think what it is like every day I'll just like check my phone and not play that when I could be playing it. So I think that's my problem. Is like I've become a person that's like checking their phone and like not playing things. So because in the olden times, Taken didn't have a phone. I was like, whatever, man. I'll just play this on break.
Been tainted. He's been tainted.
We live in the darkest timeline, and I must know like what has happened. What is like? Did something happen? Did something happen? And it's like something might have happened. I gotta make sure. Twitter, what happened? It's like, oh, okay. Nothing happened this time.
Like it's still the darkest
maybe next time. You never know. Anything could happen.
The darkest timeline.
Besides that, man, I've been playing a lot of Arkham stuff. And I gotta say, it's good to be back. And it's weird, because I like going from Arkham City to Arkham Knight is just like, I can just see how... yeah. Okay, let's start with the good. Let's start with the good. Arkham City. Arkham City, I did play more of that game, and I got through all the challenges, and it's a fun time. It's still one of the best.
But...
Still all the things. I mean, there's no but. It's just, just...
But...
Yeah, there's nothing to say about but. It's just like, you go back and play that, and you're like, man, what happened? When you play Arkham Knight, 'cause it's like...
I like big butts.
You load up all the stuff, and it's like, Batmobile, 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 and it's like, oh, that's what happened. Well, just, the one thing, they're like, man, you guys, you're gonna love this so much. It makes me wonder, like, what other game has been like that, where it's like, there's a touted feature, or a feature they tried to tout, be like, you guys are gonna love this, you guys are gonna love this, it's gonna be so cool, you don't even know. The game comes out, and everybody's like, this new feature sucks. We hate it. Why, developer, why did you do this? You made a mistake, and I wanna personally say that I feel slighted, and I have grievances, and I can't just blindly follow you off of a mountaintop anymore when you release another game. So Rocksteady, you've got a red flag on your face or something, and good luck
flag on their face.
fixing that. Maybe you will, maybe you won't, whatever. We'll see. But I'd like to think, you can do better, because I played me some Arkham Knight, and the base gameplay, still good stuff. But then it's like, yeah, I'm just looking at a prettier version of it, and then like, just thinking to myself, how much did you like that story, Tekken? How much did you not like that story? And then all these other things, and it's just like, I mean, it looks. I mean, I guess it's. I mean, I think what it is, it's like the whole. Let's see, what was last year? 2017 was last year. So until 2017, it's like I think this console generation just didn't like prove itself, and it was one of those. It got lost in the didn't prove itself. So. It just, it was like a very pretty at night with rain, like all the other pretty at night with rain. But when you look at the substance of the game, of like, what did it have to say, or what was it about, or did it wrap up the trilogy of the Arkham Knightness of Rocksteadiness, and like, what did it deliver? And you're like, it's alright, like, nothing like a masterwork or something, but. It just didn't, yeah. I'm trying to think, like, what's like a game that's like a third-party trilogy that just didn't put the cherry on top, and it's just nothing. I'm just blanking. I can only think of like how this game has disappointed me every time I talk about it. So it's like,
Is it like how other people felt about Mass Effect 3?
Ah, there you go, Tropical. There you go. Because man, I did not feel that way about that game. I was like, guys, let it go, man. And nobody could let it, or not nobody, but like a lot of people could not let it go. So,
Nope, it's not like this is Frozen. So,
so yeah, that's that.
Did you ever like complete Arkham Knight 100%?
I did
Or
not get the Nightfall thingy, no.
so you went and did you watch it somewhere?
Nope, I did
Oh,
not.
okay.
So yeah, I still yet to see the whatever ending, but it's like dude, at that point it's like it doesn't matter. So it's
Oh, there's a special ending if you get 100%.
Yeah, I want to see what it is, but I haven't gone back to the game, and well, I guess that's not really saying anything given my history to finish the game. So never mind.
But while we're still on the topic of Batman, no, Batman Enemy Within. Telltale has redeemed themselves, because man, the Batman season 1 was pretty good, but technically flawed. This game, Enemy Within, oh my gosh, on effing point, A, and then B, oh my goodness, like, okay, so the cool thing with the Enemy Within was going in to the final episode, it's like, okay, well, how did your Joker turn out? Because you could have two different episode 4s, and like, going in, I was like vigilante side, I wasn't villain side, and I was like, oh, okay, we might have a cool situation here where everything doesn't just blow up in your face, Telltale style. Things are not so bad. Everything can turn out fine and happy, happy fun times in the happy village. And I got like 3 very tragic epilogues.
Oh.
I'm just like, why? I was so close. Going into this episode, I had so much hope and optimism, and like, the Dark Knight could just, redeem all the things that have happened to him this season. It's been a long season. There's so many bad things that happened, but man, it's really cool what they did because, it felt very much like the end of season 2 on Walking Dead when, like you're in that just very long truck ride with Kenny and Jane, and it's like something's happening, and like you can just feel it just slowly escalate, and then there's just like it reaches the boiling point of like this isn't gonna like we're not gonna be able to like walk down from this as bros, are we? Because
No.
it's like you're going
No,
down
you are
the
not.
dark side path, and I'm of the light side, and that's just the way it is, and I guess this is just our destiny to be this way towards each other. So that was cool, and then they did like the
That's
whole
how
thing
Kenny
where,
died.
where we're like, sometimes we talk about chapter 4 where it's like, does Batman create the crazy, or was it always crazy? And like there's some of that was pretty cool. But man, the effing epilogues, dude, they just were like so stabbed me like right in the chest and gut wrenching to just like like I don't even know, like season 3, man, it's like how do I pick up the pieces and just be Batman again? Because I feel a bit broken after that, like just because there was like a big I'm not gonna say what happened, but man, it was just really good as far as like like no happy ending, and not just no happy ending, but like 3 very, very not happy endings of like go after yourself, Bruce Wayne and Batman, and like people doing things to you or just things you found out, and just like no, you're just a dude, like you're not some you don't have superpowers, and maybe you should realize that and stop parading around in your billionaire body armor and maybe give it all up or something. There's more out there to life, or there's more out there than just beating up on dudes and being the dude that does that, Bruce.
Is there? Is there though?
Well,
So
between on your Batman,
I have a general like comic book question then for you. Like, do you like continuity, or do you like that people, like different authors, should be free to do their own thing?
I think different authors should be able to just interpret it however they want to. 'Cause that's what makes this
Yeah.
one so good. It's just like it's just doing its own thing, and that's what made the Joker arc so good. Is like like you thought you knew what was going to happen, but then it. I mean, as far as like the vigilante side, it's like I didn't know like what was going to happen. I was like, okay, well, how this is going to turn out? Because it says he's vigilante, but it's like, well, how would a Joker vigilante work? And then like you find out, and it's like, ooh, that was.
I mean,
I like it. I like
Isn't
it.
he basically already a vigilante? He just attacks everybody instead of just criminals.
I think that's just criminal.
I mean, vigilantes are technically criminals. I mean, he has no legal power, so.
Oh, and then like the whole like
Technically, Batman is
thing with, like
also a
Waller,
criminal.
that was pretty cool. Like the whole, you finally got to be like, all right, lady, you've been nothing but a thorn in my side this entire season, And now, and like you have this like whole, there's like this whole scene where it's just like deliciousness of just like, man, that felt good. Just, I've been waiting 4 episodes to do this, and now I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna enjoy it every second of it. And just, yeah, it was
Oh
great.
my.
It was great.
Did you kill her?
No, but now I'm wondering if you can kill her, because man, or if you can at least like let her die, because it seems like, man, there's like the threat level and the things escalate so high. It's like, can this happen? I'm wondering. So yeah, super curious about that. But yeah, it was overall really good. And then with the whole mechanic of the relationships that they put in, that was also good. And you know, it's it's really funny too, because there's like this one part where you can like say one thing to Catwoman, and like I was very conflicted because like one of them was "I love you," and I was like I didn't pursue the relationship, so I was like didn't want to say that. And then the other thing, it was like you know, it was like one of those things where like, you know, logically, rationally in this situation I should say this, but I was like, I was caring about her well-being, so I didn't want to say that. But then I wasn't like romantically pursuing her, so I didn't want to say like I love you. But then
Well, you
the
can
other
say I
option
love you to
was-
somebody without romantically pursuing them.
and
And it could have been one of those tragic I love yous, like, I love can't actually be together because we're from two different worlds. And it could have been all dramatic and stuff.
But then it's like the other one that I did choose was like, well, I want to help you, but then it might allude that I want to be closer than I've been letting on. But I was like, eh. But then it's just one of those choices where it's like, oh, and then they do something really cool where they do one of those things where they they f you with your blah blah blah. Remember that? Because like there's a part where, well, I'm not gonna say what happens, but they do one of those, and it's just, man, that was awesome. So man, but man, yeah, like all that, and then all the relationship stuff that they've redone, and like how people view you, and like how your relationship can change within that mechanic, and how they, ah, man, it was great. It was great. It was, I would say, it was better than, yeah. Well, I mean, I guess because they had like all the full implementation of the relationship system in this one, and not just like at the very end of season 3 of Walking Dead. I didn't. I think I enjoyed it more than season 3 of Walking Dead, especially after season 1. Like had so much promise, but it was just like so many glitches and bugs, and like there's none of that in this season. And then it was just, yeah. And then after episode 4, man, when I played it, and I was like, I'm gonna regret this, aren't I? And then, boom, dead bodies everywhere. It's like, yeah, Tekken, good job, you completely chose the wrong Tekken. Yeah, it's like, yeah, this one was all smacking me in the face. I was like, oh, Tekken, you think you're a good Batman? You're not a good Batman. And that was the other cool thing, is like, my Batman isn't like, you know, animated series Batman or Batman I've seen before. It's like my own unique Batman of like, you know, he just
Yeah.
does, like, it's like me filtered through him, so that's pretty cool. But I think, oh, besides Monster Hunter, but I don't really have much to say on Monster Hunter, so I don't know. Right now I don't have much to say on Monster Hunter. It's just
But Devil Joe was released.
okay. I'm sorry, I forgot Monster Hunter. I got really into that because Telltale Man. But so yeah. Besides that, I think all I've been playing is Monster Hunter. So let's the replacement for that game that starts with D. I don't want to talk about ever again on the podcast. So man, Monster Hunter. I don't know, man. A part of me feels like I'm kind of done with this game because, like, you know, I read on the story because I played through it, and there's like, you know, nothing else to do. So it's like I get more powerful, I get armor, but wait for new monsters. But is it really appealing? I mean, I guess it's like nice to have a game to jump back into and play, and now that we have like a weekly thingy for it, so it's like that's cool. So it's filled that spot, I guess, now, where like this needs to be my go-to for that. But I guess it just took me a matter of like getting all my stuff lined up, you know, because I have like almost like a full thingy of Tempered Valhazaks just like lined up because I can solo him pretty easily, and I can go in and finally like grind for those stream stones, because that was something I wasn't looking forward to. But then they had event quests the last 2 weeks that made that a lot more smoother, and I was like, thank you effing Capcom for doing that, because man, I was about to be like, F this game, I don't feel like playing anymore, I don't feel like grinding anymore, I'm not really having fun, whatever, just go in and play, just I don't need to hunt these monsters, I already hunted them. I've done all the story, like I have no like, there is no, like, if there's no like narrative reason for me to be playing, it's like, why am I doing this, Tekken? Like, you're just getting better armor and weapons, you've already finished the game, like, this doesn't make any sense. What's up, dude? Like, you can go play other things. You be free. You've earned your freedom from that D game. you're just trapping yourself in another game. It's like I know a place in my head. It must just be a habit, or I don't know. I must have some weird weird disorder. I don't know. But then I was like, well, there are different weapons to play with. I haven't played with, and there's other armor I haven't made. And I finally got to making the high rank armor that I hadn't got around to. So it turns out I didn't have enough material for all of them. So still got my whole, any high rank armor that's got like a set bonus, going for that. Or yeah, set bonus armor, and then like all the Elder Dragon armor, and then I think all the beta high rank armors just in general, and then I'll see what else there's to do, because according to Dragon RPG, mix sets are really awesome. But then it's like, I mean that's the other thing is like I do like the whole aspect of like making optimal builds. Like in my brain, that is like a very massagey thingy to do in the game. Is just like, oh well, I have this ability and it starts with this ability and this ability. It's like really good against this. But then it's like, like I said, I've already played the game and like done all the story, so it's at this point, like, why would that even matter? Because
expansion pack.
I don't need a fire type for a grass type or a water type for a whatever type, and just I've already done all the things. So
do I need to be super optimized if I've like killed them unoptimized?
Yeah, that's the other thing.
Yes.
Is like I've been wearing the same Xenojiva armor for like ever, and I haven't. And like after I saw the augmentation stuff and how much expensive it was, it scared me away so much. And I was like, let me make my armors first, and then I'll get around to that. So now I'm finally making my armors. I'll get around to getting them all augmented up. And I still don't have the sword augmented because I haven't got the stream stone to drop. So that's a whole other thing though, because that's why I had to make all these these tempered monsters of investigations. So now I've got it's slowly coming together, and I will be enjoying the game more when I have like even better optimized stuff. But I think that's what I learned from this game. It's like taking it slow and steady is a lot more enjoyable than just go for this drop. Come on, Ingram. No, where's my Gosho? No, it didn't get the just the whole Destiny struggle bus. So I saw that on Twitter yesterday. I gotta say that is what we should have called Destiny from day one, is like the struggle bus, because that's all it was. It was like, oh, so what'd you get? Did you get your whatever you're looking for yet? It's like, no, I didn't get it. What did you get? Oh, I'm still waiting for this to drop, or like get this thing. It's like you're just getting the things, but you're not getting the things because you want to get the things, but you don't get the things because the game effing hates you. But you keep playing it, and you're like, I might get it. Oh, but I don't. Oh, how much fun am I having? Not really having fun. Are you having fun yet? Are you having fun yet? And it's like, that's just struggle bus for Destiny. Is like you think you're having fun, but you're not, and then you realize you're not, but you keep playing, and you're like, why am I playing? And you're like, you just hate yourself in the game. It's like it's just a toxic cycle of this game, but you can't stop. You can't stop. So yeah. But yeah, Monster Hunter, Devil Joe, that's a fun matchup because he's very high up on the ground, and I use the longsword, and I was not enjoying trying to fight him. So go for yourself, Devil Joe. That's what I gotta say to that.
Oh my. Oh my.
And still need to make some parts from him to make my sweet sword, because I got the first sword, but not the second one, because I needed the jaw or the shoot or whatever, something you can only get from carving him and not capturing him, which is also annoying, because it's like, oh, I mean, it's whatever, honestly. I will give Monster Hunter a pass, honestly, because it's like, it's so much better than Destiny on that front. It's like, you can just go in and kill or capture whatever over and over and over, and eventually you get it. Unlike that other game, where it's like, oh, here, didn't get that? Oh, guess what? Wait a whole wow, I almost said it. Wait a whole another week, mother effer, and, maybe you get it, but you probably won't. F you, and then, yeah. Carry on in your struggle bus, hating yourself in the game. And your friends that play the game, and everybody around you, and it spreads the toxic environment that it does, 'cause it's Destiny of that game. But yeah, Monster Hunter, it's pretty fun. I was playing with RPG and Dagger and Stubbs. It's a fun time. We're here on Monster Hunter Monday or Wednesday night for Game Rising panel. Fun times. Oh, Tropical's here too, I think. So
Sometimes. He's sometimes.
And yeah, I think that's all I've been playing. So yeah,
I've fallen really far behind you guys in Monster Hunter because I am not dedicated, I guess.
I also saw from your tweets, Tropical, that you kind of relapsed into another game that you used to play that might not be existing anymore. So have fun with that.
Fortnite?
No, I saw you were like share buttoning or tweeting something about Paragon.
Oh, Paragon? Nah, so it's basically, you get to that point where your hard drive is full of video captures and all the other stuff. And then it's time to just dump all those things somewhere. And I was like, well, I don't want to just dump them. So I'll like actually watch them and like cut them up and like take out load times and like Paragon, I have yet to figure out how to really cut them down because a match is what, like 30 minutes to an hour long, and you don't necessarily want to sit there and watch that. So I was like, okay, so what's the important stuff? I guess like kills and taking down the tower and anything that sounds funny. I don't know. So I was just like, I don't know how to cut these. Like one of them I was cutting, it took me so long, and I just had all these little clips, and then I went and watched it back, and I was like, this is so dull. Why did I keep all this stuff? And I just started deleting everything, and I think it was like a 40-minute game. I cut it down to like a 15-minute clip that I watched, and it was really dull, and I cut that down to like 6 or 7 minutes. And then it was like, okay, maybe this still makes sense, and it's sort of cool, so that's what I'm left with. Yeah, no, I haven't played Paragon yet. I am waiting until, well, I have an event in like mid-April that has taken up most of my time. So probably after that, I will try to play some Paragon before the 26th when it closes. And then, yeah, that will be it for Paragon.
Actually, it's funny because in my timeline, there's all this stuff for like Mass Effect Andromeda, and then like they're doing this event for like multiplayer, and I was like, I could go and play it like for the first time in like a long time, and then I was like, but then I'm not gonna be playing it anymore after that, so I want to go play it, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna play Monster Hunter. So sorry, Mass Effect Andromeda.
Pretty much, because it feels like I have. Well, so I have kind of slipped a little bit on another thing that I often slip into that's bad, which is, what would you call it?
Being tropical?
Is wanderlust a word?
I don't know.
It's that thing where
Wanderlust.
you have all these things, but then you're looking for other new things.
I don't have that. I don't have that problem tropical, so I can't help you on that one, buddy. That sounds like the reverse hedonic treadmill of like, oh, I'm just gonna get all the things even though I don't need them. I'm not gonna be like, oh, this is good for a while, and then move on to the next one. It's like, look at the smorgasbord of what's that word called? Wow, not blight, bliss. Jeez.
Because PlayStation Network has been doing these sales, and every time I see sales, I go through them. It's like, oh, I might play that. Oh, I might play that. And then I also think, wait, but like that is the sequel to that other game that I have that I also have not opened. So,
Wow.
Back to the spoiled for choices, and then I end up doing nothing.
Oh, choice paralysis.
Yes. So I played almost nothing over the past week. Like, so GameFly, the rental service, they did another one of their, oh, please come back to us. Here, you can have a month for $1. And I decided, you know what? I will do that. And this time I'm going to see, how many games I can rent in that amount of time. Because in the past, like, my main problem with GameFly is that it's too slow. And so I rented Dragon Ball FighterZ. I played an hour of that. I thought, oh, it's really pretty, and there's a lot to do in it. I will probably pick this up at some point. So put it back in the envelope, return it. And Need for Speed Payback, I was like, I'm just going to play through the story mode. But it wouldn't install on my PS4, and I was like, all right, this is just broken, so get them to send another one. So far, that's all I've rented. I played a little bit of Fortnite because my brother is kind of into it now.
No!
Look what you did to him, John.
You poisoned him! Kevin was the chosen one.
That is Kyle.
Whatever.
Yeah, yeah, he's sort of like Tekken at this point, except he hasn't done as much as Tekken in Monster Hunter, but he just feels like, yeah, I've sort of have everything that I want, and I don't really know. I have other things to play, basically. Like, he got Ni no Kuni 2 that he was looking forward to for a long time.
Gross.
And before that, he, he wanted Secret of Mana, the remake, because he really liked that when he was young. And so he bought those games, and then he's been playing those. But then every time I get on, it's like, oh, let's play something multiplayer. And I guess since, he's like done-ish with Monster Hunter, he wants to play other things. Like, oh, Fortnite's free. So, oh, let's play Fortnite. And so we've been playing Fortnite.
Little did he know, free-to-play is not the way to go if you're feeling that way about Monster Hunter. Just saying.
It just came out in Japan very recently, so I guess it's still, like, exciting. Although my other brother, though, is, like, his character-wise, I think Fortnite is the kind of game that he likes to play. Like, he's quite competitive and probably the best gamer of us three.
Oh my.
I would be excited to see him play it as well.
I would actually, you know what? I would very much enjoy watching the Tropical Brothers play something because man,
Tropical Brothers.
What a show!
All right, he is the only one of the three of them we actually know, so I guess that makes sense.
Yes, I think that would be really cool. And so we've been trying to convince him to get a PS4 because he lives in the States now, and like I guess doesn't have a lot going on besides work. And so we're like, get a PS4 then. You bought a huge TV, and you're playing. He's playing like
the logical.
Playing Mario and Sonic Go to the Olympics, the first one.
What?
On someone's Wii because they're just like, oh, I'm not playing it anymore. Do you want it?
Weird, but then I'm like, it's a Tropical Brother.
So of course,
he has nothing else to do, and he's like, fine, I'll take your console. And so
it all makes sense.
The competitive. So
they all had their weird quirks.
See how that goes. Did I play anything? Yeah, I guess other than that, I've just played like Stars. We never saw him.
See, I did
It was
Expedition,
weird.
but then I didn't think to look at the map, so I just kept loading Ancient Force until I saw him, and I was like, oh, I could do this a smarter way. I feel stupid, but whatever.
Oh, Expedition.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very strange
Because at first I thought he was just gonna like show up, and then I was like, okay, I'm just gonna kill everything until he shows up, and then that didn't happen. And I was like, okay, what's going on here? And I was like, you know,
Kinda
effort,
like
I'm looking
that.
this up.
we decided like we came on, and then I was like, well, I still need an Anjanath Fang, so let's just go fight him. And like as I understand it, Devil Joe is supposed to be like Beetlejuice, so he's just gonna come up at any point, so it shouldn't matter what we're doing. So we just went on these quests and nothing happened. And then RPG came on and gave his suggestions, like, okay, and then we tried that multiple times in different ways, and it never appeared.
It didn't work. Yeah,
we're like, oh, maybe because RPG has already seen it, so he can't be in it. It's like, okay, so he left, and then we tried it. It's like, nope. It's like, maybe we have to be by ourselves. So we split up and did the same quests individually. It's like, nope, nothing happened.
Yeah, because like in game when you're in a stair, you get like this little text box that says Devil Joe's or loot, blah 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 blah, and I was like, okay, well that doesn't help me. Like, where exactly is he? Could you be more specific? No, okay, because I just got to go play Where's Waldo with the giant monster.
Pretty
well,
much.
He's just. I mean, he's supposed to just show up like if you go to any of the Right Star quests, because like I said, the first literally the first quest I booted up, he showed up like a few seconds in after I was fighting Banana Hair, and then it was just like huh, There he is right there, like, because I was like, as soon I didn't even like get a chance to swing my sword, and then like the roar came, and it like the camera focused on him. I was like, well, that was quick. So it's like when I was trying to find out what dropped, I was like, why is this taking so long? It's like it should not be a thing. So it was kind of like yeah, I didn't know what was going on. So eventually I just like screw it. So I loaded up the optional quest with him in it, and then they just got it from that instead, and just like, well, he's guaranteed to show up in this because it's his quest. So there we go. We had to cheat the system.
Pretty much. And then, from there it was really easy because like the thing you have to do afterwards where you collect all the footprints, well, we did that like during that quest. So we just came back, spoke to the little guys, and then immediately said, "Oh, you're done." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
So you've seen him.
We wanted it to be funnier, like they would be talking about, "Oh yeah, this is a double Joe." I was like, "Are you sure? No, it can't be." It's like, "It's over there. We captured it the first time we saw it. It's right over there." But that didn't happen.
It didn't work.
I
because
like
they
the
had no
part where
I can't.
the handler is like in trouble, and it's like, oh no, and RPG's like, yeah, I'm not gonna save her.
Yeah, I was just like, she deserves it at this point. She deserves it. I was like, screw it. Screw it. You die. You die. Because it's like, they literally told her before the quest started, it's like, yeah, you should probably stay at the camp because he's going to murder you. But of course, being the handler, she was like, nah, it's cool, guys. Just got to go out here and collect mushrooms with the super predator running around. So, should be fine. It wasn't fine. It wasn't fine, guys. I got this. So, needless to say, you end up having to save her life because she's stupid. So, effing the handler.
Tekken, do you have did you get all the weapons of one type?
I need to get the second tier up of the Devil Joe sword, but besides that, I have them all.
Okay.
'Cause there's a stupid thingy that I need to get from Carves, but it's like a 2-star thingy, so it's a very rare drop.
See, that's what I started doing after last time, when it was revealed that I do not have all of one weapon.
Lies!
But I'm like pretty close, I guess. When I looked, I was like, oh, I'm actually like one step away from most weapons, the maximum tier ones. I was like, okay, so I'll just start doing those.
Of which weapon type, though?
The bow. The bow I was closest to. I have no idea what I have with the other ones. Besides the collection of Iron Buster swords that I accidentally forged. I don't think I mentioned this on the podcast.
You did not, because you were playing when you told me.
Like, I don't like going to the smith. I wish he would just get down to business, but he always has to, like, say some stuff. And so I was just, like, mashing through those parts as quickly as possible. And sometimes I wouldn't watch the screen. I would, like, walk away and then come back. And one day I was looking through my inventory. It's like, why do I have all of these Iron Buster swords? Well, that's what you craft when you keep mashing X. So I was like, It's funny.
So make all of the weapons of that type because you have them.
Yep. But yeah, I think that's all I've been playing. Pretty sure.
Well, I have been playing Monster Hunter as well, so we've already touched on that. But this week is New Game Week, so I picked up The Alliance Alive. That came out yesterday. I didn't get a chance to pick it up yesterday, so I had to pick it up today because reasons and work and adulting and all that fun stuff. But yeah, so I have it now. I do love that whenever I pick up games now, it's like the GameStop employees are just confused, just so confused.
Had they given
It's
up?
bad.
Like they get to the point where they're just because like I came in, I was like, so I'm here to pick up a pre-order. He's like, oh, Far Cry 5. I was like, no.
That's great.
So then he's like looking for the game, and then he's like, once he gets it, he's like staring at the back of the box, trying to figure out what it is. It's like,
Just
don't
wondering,
bother.
is this the
Just-
same
Why are you
GameStop
ogling
that
my
you were
game?
talking about the last time you had issues, or just a
Say
different
what?
one? Is this the same GameStop or a different one than the last time you had issues?
I mean, it's the same. Or no, this is a. I've moved since like the horrible GameStop issue one. So this is a different GameStop, but it's like the employees are no less not great. So
What do you know?
there's only like one guy there that actually seems like he does play games. So he like because like he like really into Monster Hunter or whatever, but he's usually not there. He's only been so that was that adventure. But yes, I picked up the Alliance Alive. It is from the people who made The Legend of Legacy.
Legacy? That
It's
sounds
another
like one of those weird Tri-Ace names. Legend of Legacy.
Japan.
The Legend of Legacy?
But yeah, it's an RPG on the 3DS, and it's I mean I'm still fairly early in it because like I said I just picked it up today, but the game takes place in a world where a semi-apocalypse already happened because it's an Atlas game, so of course, but they so like these demons like they took over the world and created this barrier so that the sky doesn't exist anymore. So everyone's all like the sky is like this whole legend now, and people are like, ooh, the blue sky used to exist and all this other nonsense. So they live in that world. So it's not a happy world to say the least. The style of the battle is like kind of similar to the Legend of Legacy. In that they do like there's a formation that's what it's called, yeah, formation type system where the characters in battle like there's like the things like kind of depend on the formations you're in, like they get certain boosts and everything based on how they're positioned in battle. So like some positions like give them higher speed or higher attack or better healing abilities with their healing spells and stuff like that. So based on like the formations you can they have like different stat boosts, but it was a bit different in The Legend of Legacy because that one actually kind of like changed the type of attacks they could do and stuff. But this one it mostly just changes like their like bonuses and stuff. And then you can equip anybody with like different types of weapons and stuff, or well not any weapons, but like the certain weapons that they have like affinities with. And then like during battles, whenever you're using certain attacks with those weapons, it'll cause some things it'll cause like skills to awaken sometimes. So you'll like gain new skills by just fighting in battles and stuff. And then it can kind of like cause like a chain of I guess like skills and stuff like that. And then there's like a semi-limit break system. But I think I'm not sure how it works yet because it was just like semi-tutorial when it happened. So it's like, but the weapon broke when you used it. So it might be one of those like last resort type limit break things. So, but yeah, so far, like I said, I'm still pretty early in the game. So, I mean, once I have like more characters and gotten farther and everything, it's like I'll probably know more about the world and the battle system and stuff, but I like it so far. There's also I guess like some kind of like alliance system going on because like there was when we were like on the world map there was these two different like tower places that we passed by, and when you're in their vicinity it does this thing where it's like at the start of your turns in the fights, like it'll sometimes, well depending on which one you're nearby, it'll do things like one causes like a sabotage skill where it causes like all the enemies to get stunned for a certain amount of time, and then the other tower it like gives you it like lowers their attack and defense, and then also gives you like the enemy information and that kind of stuff. So but it kind of depends on like how close in the vicinity you are to them. It's like similar to, because I think like Resonance of Fate had like a similar system. But you had to like build that one, so it was weird. But yeah. But yeah, so we'll see. We'll see how that goes as I get farther. It is a bit easier than the Legend of Legacy because that one just had like the whole fake difficulty thing going on, which was ridiculous. But it's fine. It's fine. It's all fine. So, but so yeah, we'll see. We shall see. We shall see. And that's all I've been playing. I think. Maybe.
In that case, it is time for RRR. Too many R's. RRR. Rapid release responses. Basically, we go through the list of releases for the upcoming month. This time it would be April. We go for rapid responses. Yay! I'm interested. I'm not interested. And for confused interested. At which point we read a truncated description of the game for entertainment purposes, because generally it's not very descriptive. That's pretty much it. Let's go.
Actually, it's been a while since we've done an RR, hasn't it?
No, we've missed a bunch of months because, we missed a bunch of podcasts. So it wasn't, was not easy. I'm gonna bring up my list here. All right, here we go. Month of April. The first game is coming out April 3rd. It is called Minit, M-I-N-I-T, for PS4 and PC.
I don't know what that is.
I feel like I've seen this name mentioned a lot recently.
All I know about April is that God of War comes out. I'm not even sure if I'm going to get it, so that's all I know about April. So I probably have no interest in this game.
What kind of game is it?
Minute is a peculiar little adventure played 60 seconds at a time. Journey outside.
Oh, I have heard about this game. Sorry.
Wait, so a minute at a time? That's
Yeah.
weird. Does it like start over after that, or like you just can't play beyond a minute, or
Maybe on a minute. Basically, it's like you open up more and more of the game 1 minute at a time, but you have to keep restarting from the same point.
Interesting.
this
Like-
does not sound
like Dark
fun
Souls,
to me.
sort
It's
of?
like no, that sounds more like a roguelike of some sort. Very annoying roguelike.
Actually, it reminds me, there was a game, it was like an RPG, right?
Talking about like
But it
Half
was
Minute
like
Hero.
60 seconds.
Half
Yeah,
Minute,
Half
yeah.
Minute Hero.
Yeah. Except that was like all mini games, wasn't it?
No, I think that was actual
no,
game.
it was
'Cause
actually,
you just-
yeah.
You just had to like extend your time and stuff or something by doing things or whatever. Which reminds me, when is the longest 5 minutes coming out?
Ooh. I feel like it did come out already.
It couldn't have. I would have known about it.
Well, I don't know that.
I would have confused another GameStop employee by now.
Next game is April 3rd, The Adventure Pals, PS4 and Switch.
I wasn't going to say anything that made you laugh at it.
Who is naming these things? What is going on?
That is a very
Professionals.
alternate the Wonder Twin
Professionals.
name, just saying.
It's like I'm an adult, so I'm going to name my game The Adventure Pals. It's like I don't.
Also very generic, just saying.
That is super generic. Description.
It's like, technically, you
believe
can call
there's
Super
a
Mario Brothers out, just saying.
Giraffe and a boy with a sword in this. The Adventure Pals is
Wait,
an
what?
action-packed platformer about friendship, exploration, and riding your giraffe. Hey, I was right.
Oh, this sounds. I might actually be semi-interested in this. Might be
Sounds fun.
semi-interested in this.
Oh, and yeah, the reason I never say anything about whether I'm interested or not is because I'm interested in everything. So
I was just about to say because it's tropical.
it doesn't matter.
You want all of the games.
I want all of the games.
No matter how weird or nonsensical they are. He's
I
like,
like the
this
weird
sounds
ones."
interesting.
Yeah, everything sounds interesting.
Everything
Drugs are
tropical.
Yes, everything.
Everything.
He like. Have you heard of some of the random stuff he's tried before?
Everything. I think I was thinking about. I think there's only been 2 games that I thought were bad, and I can't even remember one of them. But one of them was Spider-Man 3.
In all fairness, the movie
So
was terrible too.
disappointed.
So,
So
I mean,
disappointed. Coming up next is Crisis on the Planet of the Apes VR for PS4 and PC.
no, because I don't have VR, so I couldn't even if I wanted to.
But it's Planet of the Apes. Tekken, you have
I have
VR?
no interest in Planet of the Apes.
What?
Ever
they
since
blew
the
it
first
up.
one, I was like, I mean, the first one's, it's weird because like the first one and like the ones after that's all CG apes, but like the first one's like, people in suit apes. I mean, I'm talking about like the, the current
People in suit
cinematic
apes.
ones that they're making. And so like, I was not on board with like, that one's terrible anyway, and I was like, they're gonna keep going with this, and like apparently like all the other ones are really good, but I can't. My brain is just like, I check out because I'm like CG apes, and it weirds me out, and I can't.
Are you talking about the new movies?
Yes, I am. Just,
Oh yeah, they did make like a whole line of those.
I didn't like the last movie, but most of them I thought were fine.
The names are kind of confusing though, because now I'm like, there's so like I don't even know
also
when.
Crisis on the Planet of
when
the Apes,
they
I'm
all
pretty sure
take
is a new
place.
name that was not in the ye olden times, 60s, 70s, whatever, people in ape suit ones.
Because isn't there one that's called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes and one called Rise of the Planet of the Apes? And I was like, aren't those two the same thing? Because it's like that's very confusing. So it's like,
It's like slightly later.
so I'm
Dawn is
like,
the beginning, and then they take a step.
it's like this is very confusing. Like I don't know which ones I should watch and where these all take place, or if this is all prequels, or if there's an actual like this is all confusing to me. It's all confusing to me. So, yes, I have not seen the Planet of the Apes cinematic universe. What is that? PACU? That's this is our lives now, guys. Cinematic universes for everything.
Planet of the Apes is Poda. Podaku.
That sounds Japanese. So it's legit.
All right. Next one is actually a Vita game, Penny Punching Princess for Vita and
Wait.
Switch.
Did you just say baby punching princess?
They've gotten desperate. But I think he said penny punching.
Penny
okay.
punching.
I was like, baby
Just
punching what?
Slightly
Punching
less
princess.
bad. You're gonna have to description this one. I didn't know they were still releasing Vita games, to tell you the truth. I thought they said they discontinued it.
Yeah, I thought it was only like cross-platform stuff.
Yeah.
But in a world ruled by capitalism, cash is
So
king.
America?
Use the money you gather to bribe enemies.
Huh. This sounds weird. What genre? what does it say the genre is for this? Because I'm kind of curious.
Action.
The hell? Well, now I'm just confused. Now I'm just confused.
All right. Well, next one is this is the last one for April 3rd. Terra is coming to console, PS4, and Xbox One. It's already on PC.
Is this spelled TERA? Because I saw a bunch of people playing
Yep.
that. Oh, it must be
Yeah,
beta
yeah.
or something.
There's an open beta
Okay.
the past couple of weekends. Which, by the way, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, the longest 5 minutes is out. Tropical is right. When did they come out?
I know stuff. At least 3 weeks ago. I think it came out in February.
At least
What?
6 weeks ago.
But it got delayed so many times. What the blazes? No! Now I have to go buy this game. Oh, damn it. It's fine. It's fine, guys. It's all fine. I'll just never have enough time for video games anymore. I'll be the new Tropical.
That should come with the deluxe edition. time to play you.
It's true.
I saw that from somewhere.
The worst part is it's called The Longest 5 Minutes, so it's probably a long game that I'll never finish. How did I miss that, though? I mean, I'm following Nipponichi on, like, everything. On literally all of the things.
Maybe just slip through the cracks on that one.
That's weird. Did they even release a trailer? It's fine. I'm buying it anyway, so it doesn't matter.
There was a trailer.
Yeah. I must have got distracted by stupid Atlas and stupid Alliance Alive. I love you, Atlas.
All right, April 4th, there's something called Dangan Favoron coming out for PS4 and Xbox One.
I'm sorry, is this a Danganronpa game? Because if it's not, then whoever it is needs to be sued.
Dangan just means bullet, right?
I don't care. Principal Tropical. It's the
Let's see. It says the M2 shot triggers shmup renaissance continues. In 1998, Cave's shoot 'em up Dangan Favoron.
so misleading. I'm always like, oh my gosh, new
I gotta
game!
say,
And then it's like,
while we're on
it's
this
not.
tangent of bullets and stuff, I was on the virtual console and I saw a bunch of like shoot 'em ups and beat 'em ups and I wanted to buy all of them, and then like I somehow regained control of my impulses and like did not buy anything. And I was like super proud of myself. I was like, I did it. I've grown as a person. Like it's the last days of virtual console. I need to blow all my money on virtual console games. This is great. But now I'm like, Nintendo, please don't, let these just fade away. Please put them on a virtual console again or something. Or I'm going to be very sad if, like, I had the chance to buy all these games and I did not. And now I'll never know the joy of all these SNK and
Were they
TurboGrafx 16 games I really wanted to try out, but I never got to play. What were you going to say, Tropical?
were they like actual virtual console games, or
Yeah.
were they
No, they weren't.
cool.
Like they were like they were retro
like
stuff.
WiiWare games,
No,
right?
they weren't WiiWare. They were just
Oh,
stuff
so
from,
they're
like,
actual-
old
Okay.
in ye olden times.
Cool.
But if you want to buy a TurboGrafx or SNK platform, you're gonna pay like $500 on eBay. So and then try to find the games after that. So just saying.
Moving on to April 5th, Impact Winter coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
I don't know what that is.
Me either.
A post-apocalyptic survival adventure where the world has been plunged into a frozen waste following the...
Well, at least the description's finally accurate for once. Seriously. So many games have like title does not match description. And that one is kind of on the nose.
I mean, in all fairness,
Winter
making
requires
titles is
food
hard.
badly.
It's like titles are hard, man. Titles are hard. So basically, that's why Capcom just names their stuff like Monster Hunter, because it's like exactly what it says on 10, guys. Exactly what it says on 10.
Push buttons.
What was the first one? The Adventure Duo or whatever?
Oh, yeah, the
Pals.
Adventure Pals. Yeah, it's
Better
like,
than that.
they're like, guys, listen, we can't come up with names anymore. Just call it what it is, bruh. Call it what it is. So the next Dark Souls game is going to be die a lot and murder stuff. 4.
A lot of murder stuff.
Well, like the fad now, ever since Little Big Planet, is to have 3 words with a period after each one. So it'd be like, walk, die, repeat.
That sounds like the tagline for that movie that nobody liked. The one with Tom Cruise in it, that one.
That movie was fine.
I mean, I was okay with it, but I mean,
Yeah.
everybody was like, this is
Really? You
horrible.
hated it? That's weird.
Yeah, I saw a lot of people complaining, but I was like, it's fine. I mean, for what it is, it's not like horrible. I've seen horrible movies, trust me. So,
Yeah, it's really weird, like in the MCU age, to like see like an average movie, and be like it wasn't bad, it was okay. It wasn't the best thing ever, but it's like a solid 3. Pacific Rim Uprising, I'm looking at you, but yeah, It's
I
weird.
think people have their hopes too high, and like, how can
I
like with
mean,
Pacific Rim, it's like
specifically, I saw it
how
after
can,
Black Panther, so it's like you can only go down from there. Seriously, so
I feel
consider it.
like Pacific Rim is one of those movies though. It's like, I mean,
Yeah,
it
you know what
gives
you
you
mean.
what it's like, you know what you're getting for, like, I mean, what are you exactly expecting when you go into Pacific Rim? You're not expecting like a dazzling story and character development. I mean, it's about giant robots fighting giant monsters. Like, what like what are you doing right now? Like, what do you need? What do you need?
Just
That is
because
not enough to satisfy you.
I'm not expecting that RPG doesn't mean I should not be getting it. Just saying.
I mean, you're asking for too much.
Standards. There should be
You
standards.
you're supposed to be entertained by the giant robots fighting giant monsters. I don't understand what more do you need, Tekken? What more do you
I
need?
didn't say it wasn't a bad movie. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I don't know, man.
It's one of
I'm
those.
very. I'm just. I don't know. I don't know about you, man. I don't know about you.
All right then.
There's so many bombs. So many bombs.
April 10th, Extinction comes out on PS4, PC, and I think Xbox One. Yep.
What is this extinction?
Extinction. As one of the world's last sentinels, Avil must fight against the return of monstrously sized ogres known as the Ravini.
These descriptions have gotten a lot longer. I thought they used to like cut you off a lot earlier than that.
Yeah, they would cut them off. It's different now, so
Oh, okay. 'Cause I was like,
I have chosen a length that I stick to, and so sometimes it does get cut off, and sometimes it doesn't.
oh, okay. Because I'm so confused. I'm like, these used to be a lot like more thick.
I mean, I could just read 3 words.
Well, no,
That
that
would
was
be more fun.
like tropical. I don't know what this is. It literally just started the sentence. Like, I don't.
Do we want to go for 10 words then?
Let's go for like 7.
7
Seems
words?
like
All
a
right.
good weird cutoff.
We'll try it and see if it, like, is completely useless as designed.
But yeah, giant ogres called Ravini. Hard pass unless this is like some kind of weird RPG I don't know about. Then no.
It is not.
Yeah, then no.
Second?
I have no interest in this game. I've never heard of it, so.
Ah.
And the description does not win me over.
It's from the people who made Dive Kick.
Oh, is this the Shadow of the Colossus clone thingy?
Yeah, sort of.
That one.
maybe.
Oh. I'll pass.
Wait, no, wasn't that no? I'm thinking of a different game. Because there was one that was like similar to Shadows of the Colossus, but maybe it was PC only. Something about gods or something. I don't know. I don't know.
Something about
Weird.
concerts.
I don't know. Sometimes I see things and I'm like, oh, this looks cool, and then it's like PC, and I'm like, oh, well, there goes that.
I can't remember the name, but I remember they had to change it because it was close to something else.
Yeah, see, so I'm not going crazy.
Yeah.
I just don't remember what it was.
All right. Next one is Rick and Morty Virtual Reality for PSVR.
Nope.
I don't have VR, so once again,
I'm not a Rick and Morty fan 'cause I've never seen it, so.
It's quite fun.
it's actually a fun. I would say it's actually a pretty fun show.
Masters of Anima for PC, PS4, Switch, and Xbox One.
I don't know what this game is.
All right.
Do
In Masters of Anima, you will battle against.
oh dear,
I'm guessing.
And I went
Anima?
one over there too.
I'm about to say we might have screwed the
That
pooch
was
on this
8.
one. It's like, we might have screwed the pooch
So you can
on
have
this.
2 more, and it's 10. In which case, it would be battle against the forces.
Not much better, but all right, I guess 10 it is.
Do you want to battle against the forces?
I mean, I don't want to not battle against them, but at the same time, I'm not entirely sure what forces I'm battling against.
Me too.
Genre?
Um, Action adventure strategy.
Oh. 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 Wait, what is this game called again?
Masters of Anima.
This is, why do I feel like I've heard this before?
Maybe you have.
But the fact that I didn't commit it to memory means I might not actually care. So it's that. And which consoles is this coming to?
PS4, Xbox One, Switch, and PC.
Maybe.
Not rapid enough.
I'm about to say.
Moving on. Super Daryl Deluxe is coming to PS4, Switch, and PC.
I have no idea what that is.
Me either.
Super Daryl Deluxe, oh, they just wasted 3 words, is a 2D comedy action RPG that follows an orange.
I am confused on my feelings about all of these words. It's like there was words I liked, and then there was one. I'm conflicted now. Yeah. No clue. Just no clue. That left me very conflicted.
Sounds like Diablo, but funny because you play as an orange. I don't know. Oh, but it's 2D. Oh, Diablo was 2D.
Diablo is top down, isn't it?
Isometric.
Yeah. But it was 2D. Yeah, I guess that's true. Okay. Regalia of Men and Monarchs Royal Edition. PS4, Xbox One, and Switch.
I have no idea what this game is.
Regalia is a tactical RPG about the restoration of a fallen...
Tactical RPG. I like those things.
Me too. And there's no oranges, so I'm a bit less conflicted.
Guess we'll see. But then it's Regalia that kind of sounds very Middle Age Knights and Lords type of thing. Might not be
Middle
super
Age.
awesome.
You mean
Middle Ages. Or medieval.
Yeah, well, that one.
Yeah, but it's
One or the other one.
I was like, middle age is like
It's like 40-year-olds running around.
I'm pretty sure that's a thing if I look that up, Middle Age.
Paying their rent.
middle age is a thing, just
Maybe I'm
not.
thinking Middle Earth. I don't know. No,
So
I
wait,
mean,
was
like,
this a
I mean, like,
was this a Kickstarter game?
Civilization time?
I have
I'm
no
pretty sure the Middle
idea.
Ages is like a time. I'm gonna
Yeah,
look this up.
Middle Ages is the time.
Yeah, the Middle Ages. Okay, so I did
Yeah.
have the S really, really tropical, no S. And
Then
so,
it's
oh,
different.
It's
Then
important. I
Then
was
Middle Age is something. Middle Age is also something.
It's like that one letter actually
it's
changes.
like, yes,
the
I
law.
could, the one letter, super important. Fine, whatever, the Middle Ages, that's what I meant to say. Ooh.
It makes a big difference, Tekken. It makes,
Well, I should have meant since and been like, oh, yeah, you meant Middle Ages, not Middle Age.
oh my gosh. But yeah, I would be interested in it. If it's a tactical RPG, then it's right up my alley.
Yeah, I'm still waiting on that Aung San story Kickstarter. Just, keeps on keeping on. Getting monthly updates. We'll see what happens.
Wait, did that never get released?
It's been switched. Developer switch, and it looks like it might actually be coming out. But then they're like, we're actually going to change the combat system, so we'll see what happens.
Oh dear.
Maybe not this year, but next year, who knows? Hope springs eternal.
Everything that's going to come out after Kingdom Hearts 3. I mean, there's a lot of explaining to do there.
Well, nothing matters at that point. Nothing even matters.
Okay, this one is Starlit Adventures. Looks like it was an Android iOS game, and now it's coming to PS4.
Starlit Island Adventures, you said?
Starlit Adventures.
No,
That doesn't sound very fun.
it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Or
Alright.
not adult focused. Oh, that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, these days there are certain games I'm just like, gravitating towards, and those are not the ones I am.
Wait, what was the name of the orange game?
Super Daryl Deluxe.
Cool. I mean, at this point, you can never be too sure.
Which one of these? Oh, here's something. April 12th, they will release something called Rogue Aces for PS4, Vita, and Switch.
I have never heard of this.
Has aces in it. Is it a card game?
Rogue Aces asks players to turn the tide of the war.
Okay.
You gave us an extra 2 words. Why would you do that? I could have been guessing
no,
what
it
the
was
the
an
was.
extra. Yes, it was. It should have been up to the. My mistake.
Tropical.
It's hard to count and read at the same time.
I mean, learn.
This is the first time we're doing this. Yeah, so no, I don't
No.
think it's a card game.
It doesn't. I was saying, it's like it does not sound like it. So no. I do love card games though. When they're card battle games, and they involve the fate of the world.
I'd have to say pass on this one.
Yeah. Although I still want to try it.
Of
Why
course
did I
you
say anything?
do. Of course you do.
Oh, the page reloaded and moved my. I lost my spot.
Oh no.
All right, we're back.
Okay.
This one is a 3DS and Switch game called Snack World. Oh, sorry, The Snack World.
Because that makes it better.
The snack world. Yeah.
No.
Nope.
Well, what's it about, Tropical? Like, come on. I mean,
Hey.
obviously snacks are involved, but,
Oh, this is a really short one. A hyper-casual fantasy from developer Level 5.
Oh, well, that changes a lot of things all of a sudden.
But I love level 5. But this just sounds.
And I'm like, but is it just like, are the
But
actual
the hyper
characters
casual
you
part
play
kind of makes me
pieces of
sad.
food or something weird?
Mm,
How
I don't-
whimsical is this one?
I told you some of these things are just confusing to me. Very conflicted this month with the weirdness.
Yeah. It's a lot of strange one. This one is called It's Spring Again for Vita, PC, Switch, and Mac and Linux.
What? Mac and Linux? That's a lot.
It's spring again.
Well, I only have one of the consoles in that list, so. I mean. Hmm. Okay, description.
It's Spring Again, an educational game for children
Nope.
ages 2. Awesome.
Yes, I'm not a child of Tudo, whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and pass on that too.
But also, it said educational, so I was like, yeah, that's not happening. F all of that noise.
April 17th, we'll also have Yakuza 6, The Song of Life.
No.
Well, seeing as
Nope.
I haven't played through any of the other ones I own, no reason to start now.
I've tried, but then it's just like, I can't. I just can't even. I literally cannot even, guys. But wait, this snack roll thing, it's an actual thing.
The Snack World is an actual thing.
Is it Is there like a subtitle to it, or how am I supposed to find this game with these generic titles? Like, who's coming up with these things? How?
It looks like there's more words on the screenshot of, or like the box picture.
Oh,
They're really small. It's like, I think it says treasures gold. No, wait, tree jars gold.
the hell?
I have no idea.
What is happening?
We'll have to
This-
search it later.
Are you
Oh,
sure this
wow.
is getting localized? Because that sounds weird.
I have no idea. It's in the list, and as we've learned in the past, this list is not 100% reliable.
It is not.
But
It is most definitely
yeah,
not.
maybe.
All right.
Oh, April 20th will be Nintendo Labo comes out.
Oh. Babe, we got the 20th already? Dude,
Yep.
I'm listening to things. Oh my. I don't know completely. I don't know what Labo
Well,
is
RPG,
actually.
you're all about
but-
the I'm not playing educational games, and this is a very not. It's not that, but it's kind of wanting to be like a kid's toy thing. So just saying.
Oh.
But you get to make it with cardboard and be like, oh, well, this is how this works. If you look at the schematics, and then it's like, no, I'm ready. Pass on that one. I mean, that being said, it is very close to a bodysuit scenario, but kind of like the Nintendo branch of that tree that I do not want to climb. So, no, thank you.
So no. But
Cool.
maybe yes.
Maybe. And then, of course, God of War comes out on PS4, April 20th.
I want it only because Dad Kratos. I'm curious as how terrible a parent he actually is.
I'll get it eventually, but I haven't played any of the other games. I mean, I haven't finished any other games, so I'm
I've
kind
not
of...
finished. Even I've finished 2 of them.
Well, I got stuck in a puzzle on one of them, and that was like the first one,
course you did.
and then
Of
that's
course you
what
did.
kept me from getting the other ones. So I mean, playing the other ones. I have got them. I haven't played them. So
Of course you did.
that being said, I'm pretty sure it's gonna be good. So I'm sure later down in the year when it's like $20 or something on sale, I'll totally pick it up, and be like, oh man, look at all the money I saved. Awesome.
Dad Kratos, guys. Dad Kratos. You can't go wrong. Well, you could, but
It
Yeah.
will be entertaining.
exactly.
April 24th, The Swords of Ditto. PS4, PC. I think that's it.
Sounds like something I've heard of, but I can't put my finger on it.
Wait, which consoles?
PS4 and PC.
The Swords Ditto. Hmm.
The Swords of Ditto.
Description.
An an action RPG taking on the perilous evil of Mormo.
I'm so confused again. I'm so confused. These descriptions are just not helping me this month. Because I'm like, ooh, and then I'm like, huh? And I'm like, so confused.
The whole spectrum. He was like, ooh, ew, no thanks.
An action RPG. Oh, roguelike.
Oh, exactly. Why do you guys have to ruin good things? Why?
That is also the greatest game. Oh, about oranges. Eh?
Like, I'm so confused. I'm so confused. I mean, I might be semi-interested. I mean, it's an action RPG, so... I mean...
Here, do you remember Chaos Wars? Just the...
Oh, fair enough. Yeah.
Sometimes in your moment of desperation, you forget.
That is not wrong.
There is such a thing as the opposite of a happy accident, just saying.
We'll see then, I guess. We'll see.
All right. And then Galgun 2 for PS4 and Switch.
That is not my cup of tea, no thank you.
Just I say, nope.
You can take your pheromone whatever shooting at ladies in a very suggestive manner and be Weird Japan, because that's not for me.
Well, gamer loves it.
Runbow for PS4 and Switch.
Does it involve running into a rainbow?
Probably. I mean,
Get
if not,
ready to
very
Runbow.
disappointed. Nope, apparently not. Apparently it's someone's probably name.
Runbow is a fast-paced action party.
Wait, I'm confused. is he the party or is the game Okay, this is just... What is happening in April? April, what is going on with you? What is actually going on with you, April? So yeah, I do like party games. I haven't played a Mario Party in like forever, and I love them. I love them. They're like my guilty pleasure, except I'm not guilty about it.
Then there's a game called Emily Wants to Play 2.
Oh well, that
PS4,
sounds
PC, Linux, and Mac.
inappropriate on so many levels. But so it's either a very deceptive horror game or it's a porn. So
Well, it says they didn't believe the pizza guy. They kept the dolls.
well, that is actually not making a case. That's making a case for both scenarios. So, I mean, really? That's really making a case for both scenarios. Well, now I'm just more confused than I was when we started. Oh, that's great.
There is a Darkest Dungeon Ancestral Edition coming out for Switch and PS4.
Darkest Dungeon. Wait, that one, because that one came out a little while ago, right?
Darkest Dungeon has been out for a while. I guess this is like a
Souped up version of it.
edition type deal.
Did any of you play the other one?
No, because it was a roguelike or had roguelike elements. I was like, F that crap. You can go down in fire.
In a fire?
Yeah, it works. Why not?
Oh my. Then probably not then, because I'm not a huge fan of roguelikes. Because reasons.
April 25th, Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption for
Oh.
PS4 and PC.
Is it the story of my life? Is that what this game is? Is that what it is?
Adam, a fallen soldier on a quest to save his...
To save his what? To save his what? Oh my God.
There were too many A's and too many ons.
No! No! Well, this doesn't really tell me what it is. So, I mean, I'm assuming but although if it's on a quest to save something, maybe it's like an action game of some sort.
The genre listing is action RPG.
Well, this is just great. So it's called Sinner what?
Sinner, Sacrifice for Redemption.
Sacrifice for Redemption. I miss Soul Sacrifice. Is my response to that. It is my response to that. I wish
that they
they.
didn't keep making more of those.
I know, but people hate happiness, so there's that. There's that. But if it's an action RPG, then yeah, I'm probably down. Probably down. It's coming out for the PS4 though, right?
Yep.
'Cause I would say it has to be on a console I actually own. Otherwise, it's not gonna do me any good. Sounds good. Yeah, I might be interested in this then. I'd love to be a sinner. I mean, more so than I already am.
Tekken?
Nope.
Come on, Tekken, you love RPGs.
Action RPG.
I mean, Kingdom
We're
Hearts.
not exactly
is
in
not
the golden age
that-
of, oh man, the combat and all these action RPGs on the market. Let me tell you. So good.
we are in that age. We are in fact in that age. Speaking of, there's this one that they showed, the guy who's doing the one that's similar to Final Fantasy 15. That one looks pretty good actually. I forgot the name of it though. It's like Lost Souls maybe. There's souls and everything. Anything with souls on it, I'll probably play, but it's fine. But still.
Oh wow, a Vita exclusive, April 27th.
What?
Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly comes to Vita.
The happy hell is that?
Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly, a 5-word title.
I was just about to say it's like there's half our word right there.
Tells the story of a
Why do they always have to use the stupid title of the game in their description? It's like obviously we're not going to get the rest of it like this.
so there's a story.
Well, kind of figured that much out.
That's a plus for Tekken.
He does well, yeah, but the problem is he doesn't know what kind of story.
Yeah, this doesn't
He
seem much
doesn't-
difficult. Kind of technically, almost all games have story. That doesn't mean it's a good story, or it's even like focused on the story when you're playing.
Looking at the gameplay of Sinner now looks like a cross between like Nier and Dark Souls. So yeah, I would definitely be into this.
Near you say, but Dark Souls
Yeah.
you say.
There's some slight bullet helly type
What the hell you say?
components similar to the Nier boss battles. So yeah, I think I might be into that. But this what was this game that you're doing? Psychedelica?
Psychedelica of the Black Butterfly.
Are we sure this is something that's actually getting like brought here? This sounds very
The
Or-
box art is all in English.
hmm.
PlayStation TV compatible. Only on PlayStation. It says it's adventure.
Ugh. That reminds me of like Zelda or something. I'm just like, do I have to care? I might. But then there's butterflies and it's psychedelic. So maybe there's like some kind of like time thing going on. And it'll turn out to like be like Life is Strange. And then it'll be like, oh, this is how my life spiraled out of control. Let me tell you the story. And then it'll be like, oh, this is all horrible. This is all horrible. So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I might look out for it. I mean, I guess the Vita's on its last legs. I might as well do what I can.
Okay, and then I guess that's the last one with a confirmed release date. The rest of these are listed as April games, but we don't know when they'll be out.
Oh dear.
So the first one is Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams for PS4 and PC.
Don't know what that is.
So do you just go through a puzzle or something in first person? That doesn't sound... Or is this some sort of puzzle VR thing?
Mind Labyrinth VR Dreams is a first-person VR game.
Well, we figured that much out on our own. Like,
We are so smart.
like I mean,
So, quick note to anybody listening to this that makes game descriptions, don't do it. First person.
Don't use your title. The title is up top. You don't need it anymore.
don't.
It's also listed as adventure, and
So I don't have
Yeah,
VR. So I can't
totally
do-
useless.
Yeah, that was a very yeah yeah.
All right, next one is Lightfall for PS4, Switch, Xbox One, and PC.
Hmm. I don't know what that is.
In this action platformer, explore the world of Numbra, where
Where what? Where what tropical? Where the hell what? Hmm.
where light falls.
He
See,
did the thing.
they didn't use
He-
the title, so I
he
had
did-
to do it.
He did the thing. I'm disappointed that you did the thing, but I accept it. I mean, action platformer though. Do I like platformers? I don't know if I like platformers. So maybe if the falling light is good enough.
Again?
No.
No.
Rude.
Then Death Road to Canada. It's coming out on PS4, PC, Linux, Mac, Switch, and Xbox One.
I mean, I would buy it just for the name alone because it's ridiculous. But I mean,
What if it's a Switch RPG and there are no roads and you don't even like drive down them or walk down them? It's like, haha, we got you. Maybe there's no death even, and you don't even go to Canada.
that's going to be it's very misleading. What's the genre listed for that one?
It's actually listed as RPG.
Oh my gosh,
It's a
this is
trap.
happening. I'm about to say this is happening. We'll find out once I inevitably get it. So be ready for that, kids. Be ready for that.
Come on, load. Then Time Carnage is coming out on PS4.
The hell is Time Carnage?
Time Carnage.
Is it time based at all, I wonder?
Time Carnage is a VR survival shooter for HTC,
I guess at HTC.
Vive, and
So it's just telling me what platform it's on. That's, you know, the genre and platform. Way to go.
yay!
Yeah, then I wouldn't be getting that. I do not have VR.
Sounds like it might be maybe like Time Crisis, but been there, done that.
It has dinosaurs on the front.
Well, I'm not a gamer who's all in love with dinosaurs. Okay, so it's gonna take more.
Isn't
sway
in love with
me
dinosaurs? Who
putting
isn't?
dinosaurs on the front of your box?
The rest of these are PC games, so I guess that's it. Those are the games of April that we know of based on this list from releases.com. That's what we use. Not super accurate, and also you probably learned very little about those games, so
You're welcome.
if you really want to know about them, you should probably go look them up. At least we gave you the titles.
I mean,
Yay!
so I think from what I've gotten, maybe I'll probably do God of War, Sinner, and then there was something else. Something else I was mildly interested in, and I probably forgot what it was.
Regalia?
Maybe it was Regalia, or maybe not. Or maybe not. So Sinner and God of War. I'll go with that for now.
You could combine those titles.
The Sinning God of War? Or God of Sinner? I mean, what are we combining right now? What's
Just saying,
happening?
you could put one, and then the other one would be the subtitle.
Oh, do Sinner God of War or God of War Sinner? I mean, I guess he would technically be a sinner. I mean, he's like wrecking people's mythologies and stuff. So exactly though. So there's that. But I'll probably end up with both of those because I do want to catch up with Kratos. See what he's been doing over the past however long he's been alive at this point.
No.
out there having kids with presumably gods that he's probably murdered shortly thereafter. You know, that whole thing. Wasn't he a god at one point?
Yes. But he could not be controlled. And so Zeus killed him again.
I feel like those two have a very poor relationship.
Okay, let's do news then. On to the news.
Yay!
So, the biggest thing that everyone has been talking about in the past 2 weeks is Fortnite. Like, every time you hear about one of the Battle Royale games, it's Fortnite.
Whatever.
This actually happened, like, while we were still... I guess we were... What were we doing? Were we monster hunting? Maybe. Like, after the podcast that we did last week. We sort of got the sense on Twitter that something was happening, and it was basically a Twitch record being set for most concurrent viewers on a stream, I guess. When Ninja, who was a former Halo pro, was streaming Fortnite with Canadian rapper Drake.
Drake?
Yeah.
I thought so.
And then that thrust all of this into sort of the mainstream spotlight. Apparently, this guy Ninja makes around $500,000 a month on Twitch.
This story, man. I saw that and I was like, I need to kill someone because this is
Like,
not
that is
fair.
insane.
That is ridiculous.
So yeah, like that's been really huge, and since then I've seen like lots of sort of game developers jumping onto streaming a lot as well. I was like, the gold rush has begun.
Wait, what do you mean by developers?
Like, I guess David Jaffe is done with his the Drawn to Death, like, what was it, Bartlett Jones?
Yeah, something company.
Something paranormal investigation something is like over, and so he's been streaming. And Will Powers, winner of season 1 of The Tester, has been streaming a lot more recently. And then yeah, it's just like a bunch of people who I know from making games or like from other game stuff are now promoting their streams a lot. It's like, interesting. And I didn't really notice this before the whole Ninja thing was getting really big. So, but yeah, like that record was surpassed this week. 100 top YouTubers were all streaming Fortnite and battling it out. And apparently it was referred to as the Spanish language stream extravaganza. And a YouTuber who goes by El Rubius put it together. 100 different people streaming Fortnite. His channel at one point concurrently had 1.1 million people watching the stream at the same time.
Oh my.
And that doesn't count the 99 other channels that were also streaming at the same time. So yeah, Fortnite is insane right now. As far as like people talking about it, who knows which one is actually doing better?
Well, I'm going to see what happens when Call of Duty season rolls around, and it's like, oh wow, where'd Fortnite go? Where'd the user base go?
I don't know that that's gonna happen. I think this is like the changeover. This is like when Halo lost the top spot on Xbox 360.
In previous times, I would disagree, but then after like the Fortnite mobile thing happened, I'm like, yeah, it's probably not gonna happen. So, we'll see. Or it's probably going to just stay popular because it's like I don't have a console, but I can play it on my phone.
It's been really interesting. Like I've just seen tons and tons of stories about Fortnite recently. There was one about how Fortnite is destroying schools because it used to be like teachers would constantly hear their students talking about Fortnite, and there was one where what was the bet? There was like some class had a bet with their teacher that if they won the bet, then the teacher would have to make their quiz about Fortnite or something. And they won because he had it was like retweets. It's like, oh, if this gets a certain number of retweets, then I'll make the quiz about Fortnite. And obviously they got the retweets, and so yeah, he was like, I have no idea what this is. I don't know what Twitter is, so I guess
don't know
now I
what
gotta
Twitter
do this. But yeah, like once Fortnite Mobile came out, it wasn't just talking about Fortnite in school. It was like everyone's playing Fortnite in school now, and like high school Wi-Fi is not made for mobile gaming. And so there's just been, some students like, oh yeah, now I can just play it everywhere, and other students are like, our Wi-Fi is crap now. Like you can't do anything because everyone is playing Fortnite. And teachers are like posting pictures of the special bins that they've made. I mean, they're just like Sterilite bins. Fortnite mobile confiscation bins that they have. And then I saw this other article about how like a ton of girls seem to be playing Fortnite on mobile. And so it's like
Oh, I read that one.
what you would expect, like the backlash on
MOBA's
that,
for girls. Only girls play the MOBA version. Yeah.
that's not real Fortnite. And
Yeah. Real Fortnite's on console version.
this is insane.
It is really weird though, I think, because like initially when PUBG and like Fortnite blew up, it's like, I didn't think it would get any bigger, and then like this happened, and I was like, okay, this is like,
Yeah.
is this like a Minecraft scenario where it's like how big can it get before, or like Angry Birds of like, how big can it get before it goes away, or what's going to happen?
Yeah. Hard to say. But, more and more I can understand, like, well, yeah, I guess Paragon kind of had to die.
No.
They
Is that your
update
concluding
Fortnite.
article?
Fortnite is updated, like, weekly in the way that Paragon was. But they have to do so much more because so many people are playing it. So, where are they going to get those people? And I guess they decided we're not going to hire more people. I mean, we will, but we also have these other people who are working on this game that will never be what Fortnite is and is becoming. So we should just bring all those people over here. And it's sad, but I guess that's reality. Which reminds me, on the company side, so you know how Venditti has been trying to hostile take over Ubisoft for like 2 years?
Yeah, I saw that.
And it resulted in things like Ubisoft, I think it was like last year's E3, where they're all very like unified. Like, yeah, Ubisoft is about creativity, and yeah, we love our jobs and all that. And yeah, I guess the hostile takeover attempt is over. Venditti sold all of their shares, mostly to Ubisoft. They had something like 27% of the company. Ubisoft bought most of them back, I guess. And then there's like a 5% share that Tencent bought, which is essentially actually, I think they are the largest game publisher in the world. And it's really crazy because it always reminds me of the story about how Tencent, like most game publishers, make a lot of money during sort of the holiday season, and then the rest of the year is kind of like slim pickings. Whereas Tencent is just like constant. They have constant revenue because they're in so many segments. And so now, like, they own 5% of Ubisoft. And the article pointed out that they are the majority holder of Epic Games, and they publish PUBG Mobile. So they have, like, both of the Battle Royale games that are blowing up right now. Like, they own a piece of both of those.
I saw an episode of Pact or Factor. I don't remember who said it was, but there's like someone, it might have been Tencent, that had like a crazy amount of quarters of like sequential growth, like month after, or quarter after quarter after quarter. I can't. He's talking, I'd have to go back and watch it, but it was interesting.
They own a piece of the 3 biggest games in the world: League of Legends, PUBG, and Fortnite. It's just ooh, difficult to imagine. But yeah, moving on. I guess the other big thing that I saw was that PlayStation VR is getting a permanent price drop. So the first actual price drop for PSVR starts tomorrow. It will be $100 less on all of the bundles. So I think Gran Turismo bundle was the cheapest one at 400 is now going to be 300, and the Skyrim bundle that was 450 is going to be 350. And as far as I know, this appears to be a worldwide price cut. So the second push for VR is coming. They also published an article like 30 VR games are coming out in the next few months.
Oh my.
There's a lot happening. Today, they released the VR patch for Wipeout.
Oh man, I saw that, but I don't have my visor, so I couldn't play it.
Collection.
Or I have it, but it's packed up away, so I was sad.
Then unpack it.
But I can't. RPG, it's the darkest timeline. Have to get out of here.
Well, it's
Gotta
gonna
get ready
always
to
be the
run.
darkest timeline for like the next who knows how long. So you're gonna have to enjoy it while you can.
But RPG, you have to have hope that it's going to end eventually. I can't just be like...
I don't.
Oh
I
my.
don't have hope that it's going to end eventually, so I'm going to enjoy it while I can
Oh my.
before the world is destroyed and I can no longer enjoy it. Because Kingdom Hearts. That's all that's holding this reality together right now, guys. All that's holding it together.
I mean, I saw something, and Infinity War comes out this year, so it's like, the first big crossover in MCU. It's like, maybe we only get the one.
We only get the one. No! Well, so the other thing that got a VR patch today was Gran Turismo Sport. They added a time trial mode for VR players.
Wait, that update was today? The 1.1 whatever for March?
Yep.
'Cause I saw the video on YouTube, and then I was like... I think I was confused on which one I downloaded, because I wanted to go check it out, because it has, like, Red Bull cars again, and those are, like, super broken, and make everything easy. And I was like, oh man, this is, like, a win-button car. I need to go get
It's
this.
time. But yeah, the time trials are just like an expansion of the existing VR mode, which used to be, I think it was just like one-on-one and just like races, arcade races. And now time trials will be available on Nürburgring and the Suzuka? Anyway, 2 tracks. Time trials.
Ooh,
VR.
Nürburgring, that'd be cool. Except it's like a 30, 20, 15,
It's
20
a
minute course.
long track,
It's
yeah.
a long ride.
Let's see. Some game announcements coming to the West. Dragon Quest XI is going to be coming to PC and PS4 on September 4th.
Oh no, that's too late. Because I think Valkyria Chronicles 4 is coming out around that time.
No!
And I don't like Dragon Quest more than I like Valkyria Chronicles, so
Must finish first one. And then Spike Chunsoft is that right? That's
That
not
is
right.
them.
Spike Chunsoft. Yes, they announced a bunch of games that they're going to be bringing over as the publisher for. First of all, the one I'm excited for is Pixel Junk Monsters 2, May
because you're weird.
25th. That's the soonest one. For PS4, PC, and Switch. But they also announced Steingate Elite, which is like a remake version of Steingate,
I
right?
think so. Yeah.
Something called Zanki Zero, Last Beginning,
Yes.
which is from the creators of Danganronpa.
Yes.
So that's their next game. A Fire Pro World Wrestling, which I guess has a cult following from back in the day. And finally, something called 428 Shibuya Scramble, which is like, I guess it's like a visual novel, but instead of anime characters, it's like real people.
Wait. So, by real people, do you mean like it's live action or just different
It's
character
not
designs?
actually. So yeah, when I first saw it, I thought it meant oh, what was that? Late Shift? Was that the game?
Yeah.
It was like a movie. That's what I thought it was like, but it's actually like visual novel style, so they're not actually animated.
So wait,
Like
it
No,
has
it's like
like
images?
it's like photography. Yeah,
Uh,
still photography images of real
That's-
people,
weird.
real actors, instead of the usual visual style of. Sorry, the usual style of visual novels, which is like anime characters.
That is unusual.
It's very
That's
strange.
unusual. Wait, but I think I heard that one was like, wait, that came out like forever and a day ago, right?
It's
or
pretty
something?
old, yeah. So
Okay.
this is like a localization announcement, I guess.
Hmm.
They did a stream at GDC, and they did
I
all
was
this
at
stuff.
work. I was at work.
It was not
Curses.
a super entertaining stream.
Oh,
Just go find the trailers.
well, I
I
saw
think it was
this
the first one they ever
Zenki
did.
Zero one, so
Like
that's all.
I vaguely remember from the stream that they were saying that Spike Chunsoft is doing really well, and so they've opened like an American arm, I guess, and that was like their first thingy.
Yay! I'm happy for them. Because then that means more games. Yes. Yes. Zenki Zero at least. Because I think that was the one that was the Project Synced code name one, possibly, unless there's another one floating out there that they haven't revealed yet. So
Cool. And then finally, they announced PlayStation Plus games for the month of April, starting with Mad Max and Trackmania Turbo for PS4, In Space We Brawl and Toy Home for PS3, and then 99 Vidas and Qbert Rebooted for Vita. Qbert Rebooted is also on PS4 and PS3. So
I don't know what most of those games are, so wonderful. Wonderful.
I think that's the news. Do you have anything?
Nothing important.
There was like other stuff that I'm interested in, but nope. I think
I
that's
guess the whole virtual console, you can't add points anymore. That's the thing.
yes, but that's already passed, right? Like the 26th
Yep.
was the last day to add points. So we're saying goodbye to WiiWare pretty soon.
The only place you could get sweet SNK or TurboGrafx 16 games.
Apparently, it's been 10 years since they started WiiWare.
Man. Yes, I was trying to think if I want to get some of those weird games, so I was like, pass. It was really weird, dude. Like, I felt like super nostalgic for the NES. Like, are you ever gonna play a Psychbite, Tekken? Are you ever gonna play Metroid on the NES? Are you gonna just boot up your Wii and play these virtual console games?
You're really
I
not.
had to talk myself down from a very high mountain, and I almost jumped. I didn't. It was weird. I was like, I've got all this money, I get all these games, but then it's like, I already have it's like, yeah, I did this whole, like, logical train of thought of like, well, Tekken, you've got games, you haven't played them. Here's more games, do you really need them? I don't think you do, you've got
Yes.
games you already have, you haven't played, so
The answer is yes, you do in fact need them.
it's like, maybe one day, you can go back and play them, but, you know, maybe your Wii dies, maybe your Wii dies, and you can't go back and download them again, that's just a waste of money. Who's the loser in that scenario? You. Oh, well. Oh well.
Nintendo needs to fix
maybe
that.
Switch will fix it, or bring it back. Who knows?
Don't
Also, the
starve
fact they like
Mega
let it
Pack.
die is just like one of those, you know, nightmare scenarios. People are like, "Well, if PSN or Xbox Live ever goes away, how are you gonna get those games again?" And it's like, well, we don't have a virtual console, so Nintendo falls in your court to, you know, be like, well, to our people that had virtual console, blah blah blah. Either just we have something better or just as good, or no, we don't care. Just take your money. Ha 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 ha. So. One way or another, we'll find out.
Hmm.
Let it
Oh my.
Magician Lord, I really wanted to play that game, but I didn't. There's so many other games too. It's like, man, there's a lot of games. Someone should just like make a Netflix of games and just make money off of that or something.
I think it kind of already exists.
Does it?
Kind of.
If it was
I'm-
cheaper, then yeah, then I would say it exists.
I mean,
Oh,
it's
that's right,
not
you have a
like
console, so it's like
Netflix, but it's. I mean, each of them have their own services where you can stream games in some way, shape, or form, but you just have to pay out the butt for it. So I mean, it's up to you. It's up to you how much you value your butt.
I just wish Steambox could have just been like the magical solution for all this, and like, you know, just like a GPU that's doing all the things. Nope, because Valve doesn't let us. So. Also, a whole like, man, like I've been wanting to upgrade my computer, but since the whole like, you know, Bitcoin thing and like effing with the prices on video cards, I can't jump in. I can't jump in. It's like I'm stuck. I'm effing stuck.
Bitcoin.
So I'll probably just get like a Chromebook and be like, whatever, good enough for now. Because I don't even do anything on my computer, so whatever.
Apparently, Chromebooks are like the most popular computers among security experts. They're the most secure.
Mm. Wait, Chromebooks. That's a
Yep.
thing?
They are a
Are
thing.
they expensive?
No, they're also super cheap.
Hmm.
They're secure in the way that like many Apple devices are secure, but they cost like way less.
I mean, everything costs way less than.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Well,
that's not
like
saying
that's why
much.
this month, when Apple announced their new tablet lines, like they are cheaper than you would expect, but they're still not as cheap as Chromebooks.
Hmm.
They're trying to, because Apple used to be king in education, and now it's like everyone's using Chromebooks, so they're trying to
Well,
get some of that
Like,
back.
yeah, well, the struggle bus of the 99% of all, you know, if you could like, you know, give us a few scant pieces of crumbs here,
$1,000.
that would be great. That would be great.
like, sorry, we're not all rich, Apple. It's kind of not how this world works. We're sorry. I'm not sorry.
I appreciate you.
I'm just saying. Just saying. All I know is Darkest Timeline.
Alright, so I guess we can end the episode there. Anything to say before we sign off, RPG?
Well, try not to get kidnapped.
Anything to say before we sign off, Tropical?
Okay.
So yeah, check us out on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, wherever else on the internet we're at. Cause man, aimlesspodcast.com website, gosh, Tropical, what happened there? Jeez. Or Aimless Double Z.
In all
tough.
fairness, it's hard
tough.
to fix
I'm
things.
working on it.
And it's the Darkest Timeline, so it's like he has to dodge death balls or something. However this timeline works. I
That's
don't
the
remember.
symbol. Our broken website is the symbol of the darkest timeline.
I like that. I like that.
So it's an art thing.
That makes us look super deep.
What's that? You went to aimlessdoublez.com? You didn't work. Well, guess what? It's the darkest timeline. Nothing works anymore.
Deal with it.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
Okay, so yeah, I'm hoping there were no drops on this podcast because I saw a lot of like weird thingies going on, but I don't think it actually did actually disconnect because I didn't hear the thingy. So we should be good. And yeah, until next week or until you see from or hear from us again, Aimless Double Z, and we're now. Oh wait, one last thing. Oh wait, never mind. I was gonna talk about that that whole video game ESA meeting because like nothing really happened, but then again nothing ever happened, so you know. It's like I would say we dodged a bullet, but it's like really, you know.
Because it's not real. And the bullets don't work like they used to. Sometimes they come around and hit you in the back of the head. That's
Well, that's
the
not
kind
how
of
bullets
world
are
we
supposed.
live in now.
That's not how bullets are supposed to work. That's just very confusing.
But yeah, Aimless Double Z, and until you see or hear from us again, we're now signing off.